kind of give us something of the landscape. What is the gaming industry in Nepal like? Now, your facility is the Tiger Resort. What kind of competition do you have once you are up and running again?
Sure. So we started operating in Nepal in 2011 when there weren't any specific gaming regulations, but we were supplying again under the old model gaming machines and technical support and maintenance thereof to about 6 different casinos and what they called at the time mini casinos. So we knew that getting the listing underway and getting public capital to enter Nepal, we did actually need regulations. So we worked tirelessly for about 2 years with the government and with other lobbyists to pass a set of gaming regulations, which happened in July of 2013. We then purchased the land and began, once we knew there was a regulatory framework and we were able to do that, we purchased the land in 2014. And the rest is history. We opened at the end of 2018. So currently, again, there are a set of gaming regulations. There is no specific casino law, although the Ministry of Tourism is working on that with the Law Ministry and the Ministry of Finance to actually have a specific casino law. So at the moment, there are regulations which permit casinos in 5-star hotels. At the last count, pre-COVID, there were 9 operating casinos, including a couple of these sort of smaller border electronic gaming venues. Within Bhairahawa, which is where we are with Tiger Palace Resort, again, which is the only integrated resort in the country with weddings and functions and hotels and otherwise. We have, there are 2 or 3 local or locally run, but for foreigners, mini casinos. So there's no direct competition actually in the country. And certainly in the province where we are, there's a couple of electronic gaming venues, but certainly nothing of our scale and no live table gaming.
And, a lot of, I guess most people haven't been to the Tiger Resort yet. Kind of give us a picture. What kind of a facility is it? What's your concept? Why is it that you feel that this IR will be the winner in the Nepal gaming industry?
Sure. So the first is location. So we're actually situated between what will become the second international airport, which is close by to the birthplace of Buddha. So that's an amazing place, and not only religiously, but for any type of tourist to go and see where this is. It's on the lowlands of Nepal, so there are no mountains we can see up into the Himalayas. But actually the resort itself sits on about 100 meters of elevation. So it's flat lands, it's farmlands. And again, as I said, on the west, we have the soon to open international airport, the second one in Nepal, the birthplace of Buddha, which is about 30 minutes to the west, and about an hour and a half to 2 hours to the east. We have a beautiful wildlife reserve called Chitwan Park. So that has tiger, rhino, or black rhino, elephant, and other things. So again, there are 2 big UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and we're sandwiched between those. So location is great. In terms of scale, we have 100 rooms. We have 2 VIP villas. We have the largest swimming pool in Nepal. We have wedding and convention space. We've held various investment summits and other meetings and conventions at our place. So again, it's the only thing with all of those that come together to make it into integrated resort. And we've built on roughly 40 to 50% of the land. So we have an existing land bank within which, again, we intend to, at some stage, to add additional rooms and additional facilities. But for the moment, it's fields and grasslands.
Okay, great. So, at this time, in terms of getting this facility up and running after the COVID era and becoming a success, what do you see as kind of like the main challenge you face, and what's the main asset you think you have that can make it work?
Sure. So obviously the main challenge is really for the government of Nepal to enable us to reopen as soon as we can, but safely. So we are about 8 kilometers from the border, which is a great spot to be in. The border itself is open at the moment to goods and local traffic, but not to international tourists. So the 2 things we need is, one is the set of rules around which casinos are able to open. And the second thing is actually for that international land border to open. the international airport, which will service flights from all over the world, but particularly China, Thailand, and Vietnam. Once that opens again, that will give us an additional boost because we'll have not only the main traffic, which is Indian drive-in traffic, but then we can also layer on top of that sort of longer distance, higher spend international traffic. So those are sort of the two things that we're waiting for, that being the land border and the regs under which we can open. We anticipate at this stage perhaps December for sort of exact clarity from the government, so that's still a couple of months away. And during this time, again, we've had the ability to re-engineer the property. So again, we understand from a hotel perspective what's required from cleaning and otherwise. We've reset the tables within the casino. We've reduced the number of gaming machines at this stage. So we're ready to open for sure. And we're really just looking now to assist the government in making sure that when they do open, or when we do reopen, we reopen not only safely, but with the best possible chance for we as a business to continue to service as many customers as we can.
And what is the thing you're most excited about? What is it that you kind of really want to see happen, and you're ready for it?
Certainly the international airport. So it's been a challenge from raw materials to border issues to India. But I think the group that stays with us a lot is the Thai company that's dealing with all of the aviation, the guidance systems, and other things. So physically, it's about 90% ready, the construction. But again, the second part, which is sort of a 2 to 3 month installation process, is still due to happen at this stage. They're not comfortable being in the pool. So until we can have those guys back, and again, they usually stay at our resort, until we can have those guys back, we probably won't see that. But certainly if we can get up and running, that will be exciting enough anyway, having been closed since March the 22nd of this year, so 6 months. But I think the preparation, the fact that we've seen all of the excitement that sort of surrounds the opening of an international airport is currently domestic. But the new terminals, the new control tower, the massive new runway, which is over 3 kilometers long, that'll take wide-body jets. The tourism department, locally and internationally, within the pool, has really prepared themselves for that. And again, the guidance on that, with respect to opening, is pre-COVID was meant to be during this year. It may creep into 2021 now because of the inability for those foreign skilled workers to feel comfortable working in the pool to complete that project.
Great. And any final point that you'd like to make, speaking to people who are in the gaming industry? Is there some message you want out there for people to hear?
Sure, certainly. It's been a long slog. We continue to be excited by the property that we've built. We're excited again for the opening of the international airport, and it's really just. It's been such a long slog. We still just have to get up and get it going and really show people that all of the work, the money from investors, the lending from the banks, the work from all of the teams themselves will finally come to fruition.